Hey, this is Vic. I am the producer of Busy Dads Do Sci-Fi. I am also known as Producer Vic. For those of you who are fans of the show, you have probably heard me before. I just want to let you know that you can find out more about Busy Dads Do Sci-Fi and Kevin and George and all that marvelous stuff by going to busydadsdosci-fi.com, or you can give them a follow at Instagram at Busy Dads Do Sci-Fi. Kind of marvelous, isn't it? The way it's all Busy Dads Do Sci-Fi. Oh, which reminds me, you can also email us at busydadsdosci-fi@gmail.com. And, if you want to subscribe to us, we're on iTunes, we're on the Google Play, the Google Podcast. We're also on Spotify, which is kind of amazing. I had to cook up a special deal with them for that. But, maybe drop by, give a subscription, and if you really like us, you could give us a rating or even a review, and hey, that'll keep us all in seltzer and ice cream, which the boys love, And that's all we're trying to do is bring you the best sci-fi podcast delivered by a couple of busy dads, And of course, me doing my part, producing, and being named Vic. Thank you very much.
Busy daddies do sci-fi. Busy daddies do sci-fi. Busy daddies do sci-fi. Busy daddies do sci-fi.
Ayo. It's off to space we go. We've been singing.
Clown and dead soul beast. We really came up with some more lyrics.
I don't know whose kid this is. This is the
Who's my
bees.
daddy?
They
Where's
are
my
dead.
mommy and what happened to the spaceship?
The bees are dead, and my dad is too. So let's go to find the shuttle. Ayo. That's the entire fucking. That's the entire. Oh no, that's what's gonna have to happen. Yeah.
That's IO too.
I owe her.
I owe her.
This.
I owe her this at least.
I owe her this
I
much.
owe her like years.
Yeah.
Child support.
That easily from space. Shit. Way to play into the stereotype, man. But
Whoa.
whoa.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Settle down. I know that.
Unconscious.
I know that.
Sudden unconscious hidden fees.
So basically, what happened there was that I actually did that because you didn't even mean to do that.
You did that. You always do it.
I know. What are you gonna do?
George, still racist.
Still unintentionally
Smells
racist.
Yeah. Second cast out of the Burbank studios and still acting about as privileged as you can fucking be.
Coming at you from beautiful Burbank, California, shadow of the Hollywood sign. I can't even do this. I can't even do this. I can't. It just.
What?
There's no point in this one.
Oh no!
There's no even like faking it.
Pretend, yeah.
You can't even get to the point where like, oh well, we can talk. Well, the sound design during all the quiet was really, really good, or the use of ambient sound instead of music, or the fact that
if I was gonna say it's like a short story that should have never made it on film, but there are short stories that can do all right on film.
We've actually watched some really, really good short stories.
Oh, I meant just like in the
Yeah.
Let's just read the notes.
We just read the notes because we can't even fucking. We can't even.
It's late.
It's late. We're gonna do that. Let's just read the fucking notes.
All right. The name of the movie is Blues Dominated.
No, that's what we.
Saturated future.
That's what we are. We are. I'm George. You're Kevin. We're blues dominated, disaster saturated future.
No, you say it like this: Blues dominated, disaster saturated future.
Blues dominated, disaster saturated future.
It's a pause.
It's a pause. Yeah. You're right.
We breathe. The air, man.
Not too much.
Yeah.
We don't have a queen bee yet. Mm-hmm. All right, take it easy.
No,
so, shh. Bees. Fucking bees. This is what's written here. Oh no, the bees are dead.
Let's go to space.
This was not sci-fi, even though we don't usually care about that. This was not sci-fi.
I feel bad for these writers. This was like a 4-minute story preceding an Alanis Morissette video.
Oh yeah, I got that. Why do they always get pregnant in these movies? Sarah fucking Connor.
Why was he so fucking angry?
God damn it, Anthony Mackie.
Your Falcon, be cool.
My dad is dead. Didn't you know?
And finally, Lita and the fucking Swan. This movie's like a cat with tape on its paws fighting off a starving coyote.
If you couldn't tell what we were talking about.
If you couldn't infer what we were getting
I mean,
at.
then you really weren't paying attention because we said the title of the fucking movie like 4 times in the opening 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. We've had some really good luck diving in the Netflix dumpster that is typically their science fiction section. We had a few really good selections there, and seemingly in response to that, Netflix has responded by showing us their true colors and making it a complete trash fire once again. Mm-hmm. Io. Named for the moon
The
of...
delusion that we can watch sci-fi movies on Netflix must be smashed.
Yes. We're done. All right? We're done. I might cancel my fucking subscription.
They're coming back. We'll never be done.
Yeah.
This provides too much entertainment.
It's true. It's true.
Listeners, you love these.
Guaranteed to be a fantastic podcast because this movie sucked.
Albeit short.
Okay, without a doubt, because we honestly, we ain't got much to say. Io, what is that? Saturn's moon, right? Jupiter's moon. Thank you very much. Big old Jupiter's moon. The Earth is screwed. Sam, she's a doctor. She's trying to figure out a way to repollinate the planet, which would then create a new vegetation, which would fix the atmosphere because the Earth is screwed. You can't breathe the air.
Guess what? We did it!
I know. Message.
God, the shame. The veiled shame.
There's so many moments in this movie that are punctuated by this quietness that seems to want to be filled with more importance than this movie is actually worth. Like,
yes.
There's just a, can't you see how important this is? That's kind of going on here. And it's not. It doesn't earn it. The whole movie is narration and the two of them talking, and we're constantly told things and never shown them.
And that's tough.
It is. It was a chore. It was a chore. It was a boring chore.
It was strangely boring.
I like
so
that.
I gotta go.
Strangely boring.
We have exoduses on this planet because of the contaminated zone. Cities and probably other areas on the Earth are not breathable without oxygen masks, and so people have fled to higher altitudes. At one point, there's a mountain road that someone's going down and spray painted on it, and I did like this touch of how it might be. There was a big thing that said "good oxygen" with an arrow that way.
Going up
north of some tree line or altitude, you can breathe again.
So if you got a big old helium balloon and you can attach half a trailer to
stolen from an Antarctic explorer, that was a pretty awesome.
It'd be fine.
balloon.
That was cool.
Yeah. But people went to Io, and we had the tech to go flee. I think Io in probably real data and then sci-fi mystique is colonizable. It doesn't really matter if you get into sci-fi because we can pull off lots of things in sci-fi. But this movie doesn't do it. It's one of those bait and switch weirdo ones.
Yeah,
man.
like
There's one space shot. It all happens on Earth. it's the turf of some of our favorites, which are lo-fi, sci-fi. But
it didn't accomplish
care.
it. No, it didn't accomplish it. It didn't. No,
care, man.
It wasn't up to the challenge. I didn't care at all. We've seen very, very interesting takes on the idea that you don't need to show advanced technology or space travel or aliens fighting other aliens to accomplish the task of becoming like good science fiction. I just didn't give a damn about these characters, this movie, this story. It was badly written. It was dull. I guess you could say like, well, they did the best with what they caught. I just didn't find it to be interesting. I mean, honestly, I wrapped up the last 20 minutes of this flick by reading about it on Wikipedia.
You did. You made it further than you thought.
Yeah.
But it's tough, man. I mean, probably maybe should have not podcasted about it, but we're coming from a scarcity perspective, not an abundance. But well,
I mean, we're coming off a badass sci-fi flick with Alita, Battle Angel, and then it's like, I mean, this was destiny, I guess. Was to just like,
it's destiny, all right. It's destiny, all right. Oh boy,
we were meant to watch these bees die.
But so we've often been tasked with writing a better movie. I mean, as the clock ticked, I thought we were getting a setup to go to I.O. I wanted to go to I.O., and then I slowly got disappointed as I realized this was going to be an earthbound sci-fi movie.
We were done with Earth, essentially. Like, there was a pretty much nothing really keeping them there. There was the Queen Bee was born, and then there's the possibility, but I was hoping we'd get into a bit more of a, let's go see what else is out there and what adventure that's going to bring. Like, I actually kind of thought maybe Earth would only be the first, like, half hour of this movie.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Which, it was like a subsection of Interstellar with nothing good in it or something.
Yeah, like it was, I mean, in these types of movies, you usually get the post-apocalyptic tropes of, like, bands of Ravagers and dangerous monsters and things like that are this was absent any of that, and it's not like it needed that. Like, you could have pulled this movie off if it was just more interesting, if it just had a better, it wasn't even the lack of chemistry, it was just like there was something completely missing. There was no real story, there was no real, like, it's one woman's, like, sense of this self-discovery, and it fell flat.
But, and then it had kind of a little psychological curve in it where that's a horrible way to describe it. She is left alone. Her mother died some years back, sick from the sicknesses that people were getting. Her father is a leading biologist. She's been studying with him for years, carrying on his studies. He's been dead for some time, and she hasn't really accepted that. He's not going to go anywhere. And he was this figure in society that was on television in our end times, talking about how there is hope in Earth. We shouldn't leave. We shouldn't leave. They do things like the guy who discovers her, who wants to take her to one of the last Exodus ships, has to kick open a door and find that there's not really my dad's resting in there. He's dead.
Yeah.
We see the last broadcast that Earth sees, and it just started to stack up. I mean, last broadcast, those are great in Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Like, these are moves we know.
Yeah, yeah.
The mom is dead or the dad is dead, that's Psycho.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it.
Yeah, I get it. It just
but
didn't pull it off, And I'm actually really interested if you did really dig this movie. I'm going to go ahead, let's open the coffers and please email us at busydadsdosci-fi.
Is coffer a drawer filled with money?
It is now.
It is.
This is the second time tonight I used coffer, isn't it?
Did?
Yeah.
I did not.
I said coffer
notice.
before, yeah.
No.
Yeah. But
Wow.
I know it's my favorite word.
I mean,
I'm a
Coffers.
coffer guy.
yeah.
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 I'm known for taking money out of drawers.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Back to that restraining order.
email us.
What we owe the
We're not supposed to talk about that within
We've been
50 feet of
Ixnay on the
microphone.
restraining order way.
Yeah.
May.
That's
right?
not how Pig Latin goes.
Order. Say order in Pig Latin.
Ordere.
No.
Rorder.
You just said the first.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you
say-
have to, don't
Say
you?
Rordero.
No, that's not Pig Latin.
There's a weird rule with vowel beginning words.
So apple would be papale. Shh. It's gonna be all right.
Oh.
I know your boyfriend's far away.
Another. So that reminded me. This gentleman comes down in the helium balloon.
Micah.
Finds a woman there. They've been so beaten that you don't really think that this is some predator prey thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're both kind of in this shock of alone and declinedness. So she feeds him some food, and guess what? She's been able to still grow vegetables, and we have this hungry, you've got vegetables thing, and isn't that another trope?
Yeah.
Thing? Why did that feel so?
Like, I mean, that to me,
canned?
I mean, immediately it brings back like Soylent Green or something where, or even Wrath of Khan, where, you know, you just got the cave underneath the ground. Like, there's a ton of things where it's like, oh my gosh, you were able to do this, you know? And,
But just the way he ate.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd seen that scene before. Like someone pigging out after being deprived. And
Anthony Mackie got to eat.
Duddy?
Yeah, he did.
Duddy?
That's not. You're doing it now.
No!
Yes.
No! No!
I love Anthony Mackie. He's
So
fantastic.
she wants to see this art museum. And in a time-critical situation, she flakes out and sees the art museum. She never has. She is a child born post-decline. So, again, that psychological curve, as I titled it, who knows why, she's got glitches, damage, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
A little, let's say, arrested in her development. Okay with a suggestion, like I'm taking you out of here anyways. Brokenness. And in this horrible depiction of an art museum, there's a really horrible picture of Lita and the Swan. I don't think it's the original. It looked like it was drawn in fat crayons. Or a fat paintbrush.
Like, let's throw it together day of.
But this guy and this girl decide to go to the Exodus ship. She goes to the museum. He comes up to her, and they talk about Lita and the Swan. Oh, he's a teacher. Mm-hmm. There's a line once where she says, "Do you think you would have taught your students about myths?"
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, what? And you know, my mind's rapidly searching for what's the myth. Are we going to become the myth? Why was that a line?
Why is that a line? Yeah.
It's almost like misguided.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you might say, wait,
you know,
will we talk about legends, or will you ever tell them about us even?
Yeah. What would be a poignant thing for someone to say in this situation? And why would they say that?
He happens to be able to then speak about Lita and the Swan, and the Swan is Zeus, and he has sex with Lita and gives birth to someone.
Oh, it's just like
and so she gets like this lesson. He goes, she gave birth to the gods, and she and this guy have sex. She gives birth to a child. We see that in the end. She stays. She whips her mask off, tries to breathe. She's been having dreams about. We're spoiling this.
Yeah, totally spoiling that. You'll be fine.
About being able to breathe in these contaminated zones. Remember, she has hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like her father. That's ham-fisted. That's the cat.
Paws,
Like,
just,
yeah.
I
got nothing. I've got hope.
Yeah.
You don't have hope, you bad. Elon doesn't
like
have
you
hope.
Had to say hope.
Yeah. The further you get away from Earth, the less hope you have. Mm-hmm. You know? It's like, no.
That's because we have hype, because we're robots dancing.
Robots dancing.
Yeah. Anyways.
What are you guys doing out there in space?
Guess what? She can breathe. We've probably turned a corner. They did, after all, spot 1B, and they were all supposed to be dead. She stays. Movie ends. The child they've had to keep the species going.
He leaves, though.
He
right?
leaves.
He goes
away in the ship, makes it to the Exodus thing, and she narrates again. They were like either quotes I didn't really know or quotes made up to sound like literature, but she narrates again how the journey, we leave our homes only to find our homes again, and she's kind of like looking off at the ocean, waiting for us to come home. We who have gone to Io and other systems and are fleeing of the dying.
Elon is long gone.
Elon's a boyfriend who they have these
these little like
apple screen looking
messages. He's off on a journey to Alpha Centauri to find a new home for humanity because they're on a space station.
And that's why we don't really think this movie's sci-fi.
No.
It's Cloud Atlas sci-fi. There happens to be a sci-fi element. Isn't that what Cloud Atlas sci-fi is?
It's lesser than Cloud Atlas sci-fi. So Cloud Atlas had enough going on where there was more of a... Because the whole selling point of Cloud Atlas, I felt like, was kind of multiple lives, multiple Earths, what is
I'm really
real.
Thinking it's Cloud Atlas because of the Cloud City, Bespin, and Jeddah,
and she's
Empire.
And she's up above.
Like, Cloud Atlas.
It's Cloud Atlas.
It's gotta be like Star
Wars.
It's like
a Cloud City.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, you know that movie Cloud Atlas where they spend all that time in that city above the clouds?
Lando Hanks.
That actually doesn't happen.
Lando Hanks.
That movie.
And Subby Lawrence starring in Cloud Atlas.
For full reference of Subby Lawrence, please check out episode 74 of the Busy Dads Do Sci-Fi podcast.
This is episode 75.
This is our big episode 75, man.
Yeah. What do we do?
I mean, obviously, we break back into our old studio and do the next 25 there.
I know.
Because I got to tell you, I do love this new Burbank studio, but it'd be nice to have a working bathroom.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we haven't done the Home Depot bucket thing before.
That's true.
Yeah.
Most of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The
and
Homer.
The old homie. Depot.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you did like IO, email us at busydadsdosci-fi.com. Tell us where we went wrong with this whole deal. You like Sam? You like Micah? You know, give us a little. Tell us exactly what we were missing. If you did not, email us as well, and tell us what you didn't like about this movie. You can follow us on the Instagram at busydadsdosci-fi. And, of course, keep on coming back and listening to us. Because 75, man, that's a good run.
I know. Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you happen to be someone who can nominate people for the Hugo Awards this year, nominate us for Best Podcast.
Nominate us for Best Podcast.
Yes. And if you're George R. Martin, writing in your blog about people to nominate.
2 R's.
R.
Martin.
Are you kidding me?
No. George R.
Martin.
Yes. It's
RR.
It's
Do you know what they stand for?
No. No
George
idea.
Rutherford Rexford.
George Rutherford Rexford Martin. George R. Arton May.
Anyways, if you are George
Really?
Martin, please nominate us for a Hugo. If you know anyone's connected to that, if you know Mark Maron or our old producer, Patti LaBelle. What was Terry Gross?
Terry Gross.
Oh, boy.
Patti LaBelle. If you happen to be Patti LaBelle and you're listening to this podcast, Patti, you owe me $20. All right, stop sleeping in our old studio. We got a spot for you here in Burbank.
Mark Maron.
And Patti LaBelle.
Joe Rogan. We'll even, you know what?
Oh, we'll even take Joe Rogan.
If you want to have us as guests on your podcast, let us know.
Yeah, we're here.
We took a lot of psychedelics too.
Yeah, this is not desperate at all. What we're doing right now.
No.
I have 3 Academy Awards that I stole from Fox Studios that I am ready to sell to the highest bidder.
We can melt them down.
Right? I will melt them down.
You know what? Mail one to the people who made IO.
So
what if they're not the director of photography for Titanic?
Here you go with a little note that says, I got a feeling you're never going to see one of these in real life, so here you go, buddy.
So we stole one from you because you
then,
stole our hearts.
And then paint a little face on it. And that's all we got. This was a dive into a deep, deep, dark place that I don't ever want to go back to again. So
Yeah?
Yeah. Good night, nurse. Shh.
Bees are trying to have sex.
Bees are fucking.